All right, we're live. We're going to go ahead and start the meeting. First thing we'll start off with mic etiquettes. Everybody, if you can, please mute your mics while we're having the meeting. That way we have no feedback and nobody can hear any of the background noise on anybody's microphone. That way also it's showing respect for everybody. We're going to continue with our mic etiquettes because it's going to continue to make us better. It's going to help us out. I've noticed whenever other people come into our mics or our parties, it gets a little bit whack because everybody's talking and having conversations in the background and everything, and we're kind of not able to communicate sometimes due to that. So I appreciate everybody. Welcome to June 2025's crew-wide meeting. I hope everybody and their families are well. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's safe. We've had some interesting stuff come up since our last meeting. So the first thing that I'm going to start off with is everybody's wondering probably why I set all this up at the airport. This is kind of a sad day for me because I'm moving out of the airport. I've had my hangar here since the hangars were available. So today's my last day at this hangar. I'm officially going to move over to the one in the military base. So I chose to... Hold on, we got a background noise. Is who? Hey, Modest, mute your mic, please. All right. No, I still hear myself. All right, perfect. Thank you, bro. All right, so that's the reason why I set all this up. I'm not crazy. I just kind of wanted to do something, a good farewell towards the hangar. I've had this thing for so long, but I got to go to the military base. I'm getting tired of getting killed over there. But anyways, that was what it was. That I wanted to let everybody know why we're here. So the big news that I needed to talk to everybody about was GTA 6. We got some information about GTA 6 since our last meeting. Everybody I know officially knows that it's not coming out for another year. So we have a whole another year to go through there. We thought that the Halloween event and the Christmas event from last year was it. It is not it. We're going to have, I guess, one more, and we're also going to have two other events other than the one that we were about to have with the MC here soon with the bike ride and the car show. So we will be planning on two more events plus the Halloween and Christmas event before this year is over. Um, I think that we can continue, doing fun stuff on here. I think those events are going to make a big difference, at least until we get the new GTA. I don't know what's going on. I've been seeing multiple reports about the new DLC for the summer. Some people are saying that it's going to be some kind of marine base. I saw a picture just today. I haven't even looked into that video yet, but before I got on here, I saw a picture that Mile High club. They were saying that it was for sale, and they were showing that some of the properties on there. So I don't know if that's accurate or not. I have to look into that and see if that's something that they released. But I know that we'll be getting some information here soon on what the summer DLC will be. Hopefully, it's something a lot better than the McKenzie Airfield, because if not, people are going to be disappointed. Some people said that they're going to be unlocking, and there's going to be a lot of changes coming to GTA because of the whole expansion of or the extension of the GTA 6 game. So, with that said, unfortunately, I know it's disappointing that it's going to be a little bit longer, but at least they already gave us an official release date. I don't want anybody to be all bummed out because they did the same thing with GTA 5. They told us one day, it didn't come out till like another 10 months later. So So that's something that we're going to see, about maintaining everybody active and enjoying themselves on the game. And let's just let's give it time. I know it sucks, but at least we can figure out what we can do, and the events and everything. We'll try to keep everything fun, and again, continuing with our
Oh shit, my bad.
no, you good. Improving the crew and everything that we're doing in the crew, the black beads, the way that we're interacting, making sure that we're keeping the peace and everybody's enjoying their time on there. So The rest of that we'll kind of play it out by ear as we go through. The next thing I was going to talk about was Discord. I think everybody needs to look into that. That's going to be a big platform for us. I just was able to start up something that I think you guys are going to appreciate. So far, it's only on the MC. I had to move it over to the Crown's Discord as well. But if you look on your the MC Discord, there is a Rockstar newsfeed that goes directly into our MC's Discord. So now any information, in fact, that's where I found out that the Rockstar or that Rockstar pulled out the second trailer of GTA. And as soon as I went in there to watch the trailer, I was like number 100 and something views, and now that thing's at like 650 million views. So they tell you instantly when they put it out. So that's going to be very informative for us to find out any information about GTA 6. Is going to automatically come up to our news feeds. Right now it's on the MC. I'm going to work today on getting it on the Crown, so that way we are all getting that information. Plus, also, once GTA 6 comes out, I think there's going to be way too many members for these 16 player chat, party chats. So we're definitely going to have to find another means of communication that's going to allow us to communicate, still be able to send out information. But I think that platform it's going to be very useful for us because there's a lot of stuff that we can put on there. We can put specific chats, like table members. We can put in, queens, black beads, and then we can log those specifically to those members. So that allows us to do everything in one place instead of having to go through the PSN app, through Rockstar Social Club, through Discord, and kind of putting everything everywhere. We can just go to one place. So I want everybody to start looking into that. Hopefully everybody can get their Discord accounts together, and whoever can't, that's fine. We can still use the chat on here through the PSN. But remember, we only have 16, so if there's only 16 people on there, or if there's already 16 on the party chat, then we'll have to figure out how we're going to expand that. Just kind of letting everybody know. So to move on to the next order, I'm going to bring up something that was brought up to my attention. So the crew, let's start off with what the crew has recently started with. So we started a new endeavor. You can see it here. We have some of the vehicles out here, as you see. We have some modded stuff. We've been putting a lot of hours. I can say some of us haven't put like tens of hours. Others have put hundreds of hours already into modding cars. So we've been gifting cars. We've been modding cars. I think that's awesome. I think that's something new that we're able to do, and it's going to keep everything kind of enjoyable. Have some new stuff on there. Be able to trade cars. Be able to glitch. Spend time together and kind of share stuff. So in a way, I think that's awesome. That's another way of gifting stuff to people, to our crew members, without having to stress about any money or anything like that. So I like it. I mean, I've been enjoying it. But we're having an issue. I think the biggest issue that we're having, I already gotten a few complaints, is that we're spending way too much time on the glitching part of it. We're actually going in the lobbies and we're not doing anything. So like, I've had a few members reach out to me, and they're saying that some of them don't even really want to get online because we haven't been doing anything fun or exciting. We've been just glitching cars, and then most people, you show up at one lobby, and as soon as I see 4 or 5 MOCs, then I pull mine out, and then everybody starts, taking cars and gifting cars. So what we're going to do is, I'm not trying to dictate anything. Anybody that wants to do it, that's fine. We can still continue to do it. Just the fact that we've got to try to put a time limit, or if there's 2 people that are doing it, that's fine. Everybody else can go ahead and try to find something else to do. If somebody wants to start something up, like, a TDM, somebody wants to go to a lobby, if somebody wants to go run some missions or whatever. But that way, if there's people already doing that, that's fine. If you want to do it later on when there's nothing else to do, that's fine too. A lot of people work on their cars and their stuff whenever there's no one on. Me and Roger have done that. It's just been me and him. It's like, hey, you want to mod cars or you want to go run something? So that way we can kind of keep it on there. I've had a lot of my especially some of the female members that, kind of say like, hey, can we do anything other than this? Can we kind of, we can do this, but can we kind of limit it on some of the time, because they're not having fun anymore. It's kind of getting a little bit too too much on the modding. So I'm just wanted to let everybody know, I think it's awesome. I want to continue doing it, but we're going to do it as in, hey, we'll do it for this long. We'll pull out this many cars, and then that's it. And then we can continue other things. That way, it's kind of keeps everything flowing, and we're not just doing one thing. The other thing is one of the big issues that we've been having is the modding and the glitching of the cars. I'm going to tell everybody, anyone that does not want to do it does not have to mod or glitch any cars for anybody. You're not being mean. You're not being, an asshole about it. You're just not going to glitch it because you're not trying to spend your time on here helping people glitch their cars and do the stuff that they're doing. So if any member feels, I've actually, again, gotten complaints that some people feel like they can't get online because they feel like they're obligated to mod or help with modding cars. So if any member has any problems or they feel like somebody's forcing them to do mod cars or to go here or go there, please let me or one of the commissioners know, and then we'll handle it appropriately because, we're trying to stop some of the I understand the modding part, but you have to do it on your own time or with other friends or with somebody. If some people on the crew don't want to do it, nobody can be forced to do that. People get bored, they get stuck in certain spots while people are modding. And really the people that are helping out aren't really benefiting very much as the person that's modding is benefiting. So at the end of the day, anybody has any problems with that, please come to me or the commissioners and we'll handle it. I'm just concerned that we're taking up too much time on that, and I don't want any members to feel like, like we're using them for modding cars and taking up their time. They're supposed to be enjoying each other's company and helping each other out and doing missions and stuff, not just doing something for other people. With that said, the crew killing, I think that we've gone pretty good on. We've done very good. We've talked about this multiple times. It's definitely improved. The crew killing has gone way down. We haven't had to deal with it. We do have new members in here. I'm gonna just emphasize over real quick, Modest, so your understanding of what's going on. And I think it's just Modest. Yeah, because everybody else already knows. By the way, Goat is back on the crew. His position as a Black Beat is available, but he is not taking that yet. He just wants to chill out with us, see what's going on. He wants to take it easy coming back in. And then later on, but I just want to let you guys know, you guys welcome Goat back to the crew. He's doing his thing. He's been hanging out with us, and thank God that he got all his stuff taken care of. Modest, just so you know about the crew killing, we can't be killing people on the same crew, bro. If you're gonna be doing a friendly team deathmatch, you can go out into a team deathmatch lobby, or you can go into another lobby or whatever, and you guys can do that. The only reason why we're doing that is because we don't want to show any new members or anybody that's currently on there that it's okay to do that. So that we were talking about that. That's what I meant, that we were having a little bit of issue that people were playing around in the lobby and it kind of doesn't look good. We're supposed to be showing. We're supposed to be gaining respect for our crew across GTA. From what I was just looking at a little while ago, I was wanting to see how many crews are in GTA, and I think there's over 3 million crews on GTA. And out of the 3 million crews, everybody that talks to our crew says that we're doing something that not every crew is doing, and we do something unique and different. So we want to try to keep it that way. And the reason why we've been able to retain so many members is because of the way that we treat and the way that we act with one another. That's my job on here, is to make sure that I can keep everything together, make sure I keep everything exciting and fun, and that's the reason why we have these meetings, to be able to talk about the stuff that we need to work on and what's going to make it better for everybody, because it's not just a one-person crew, and this is not my crew, this is our crew, and we're all working together to get, to achieve the same thing. So with that said, we did also start a group chat for the prospects and hangarounds. That way it gives them access to receive information and be able to communicate without us having to add them to the main chat until they're a full-blown crown or patch member or on the MC. This will allow them to join the meetings, or will filter out any of the stuff that we don't need to discuss in front of them. I don't want anyone to be alienated, so don't feel like just because they're not on the crew or because they're on their own group chat or they're just a hang-around, we can't just, alienate them and make them feel some type of way. Maybe this can be the way for us to see, what's up and properly decide whether they want to be part of the crew or not, and if we want them to be part of the crew. So we are trying to filter out any kind of drama or BS before it comes in. And I think the best way would be like that, just having a hey, come hang around with us for a little bit. Let's get to know you. Let you get to see the rest of the crew members, and then we can properly vote. That way, everybody's had time to spend, to spend, and also be able to vouch for this person. They've been doing that over the MC. We're going to implement that over on the Crown for sure. I'm not just going to be bringing anybody in. So if you guys see that anybody that's higher up on the ranks, you guys will be able to see on the crew when you go to start and you press online and you go to crews, you guys will see that there's like 6 people trying to come into the crew. Well, I'm not just accepting them and bringing them in anymore. I'm kind of vetting them, and I'm making sure that they're the right fit for the crew before we bring them in. So just kind of rest assured that we're trying to prevent and maintain the peace and order around in the crew. Next thing will be practice sessions. We did talk about practice sessions. We haven't had any. Again, modding and gifting cars has been the biggest thing that everybody's time has been taken up on. So we do want to start doing practice sessions. Anybody that feels like they need some help with shooting, driving, we can do TDMs, we can do races, let you win, kind of show you how to, move around. It's going to be more of a lesson race more than whoever you're going in there with is going to go win. So they're not going to win the race, but they're going to go around you and kind of maintain certain things. I already talked to Linton about this. We got to figure out certain exercise that we can do that's going to allow you to move your car around and kind of get used to taking curves, having people right there next to you, how to dodge people, how to correct your car after you're crashed out or when you wipe out. Same thing with TDMs. We're trying. I think Red Shot has a survival, and that he can moderate and do whatever too. That all it is just police officers that come out with no guns. That's a perfect example of headshot practice training. That'll help you guys with your headshots, and that's going to help you because they're not shooting at you, so it gives you an opportunity to practice on your joystick to know where it's at. So those are the kind of practice sessions I want to have, to where anybody that needs some kind of help, I want to help everybody, every skill that they can, that they need help in. There's certain people that have issues with driving. So like, for example, Miss Cubita, and we have a bunch of other members that don't really like driving very much. They rather do, hand-to-hand combat or gun wars. But it's because, the whole racing thing. Well, if you need help with that or you don't want to do it, that's fine too. But it will definitely help out with any skills. And if you got anybody's interested, or if anybody has any specific area that they want, just let me know. I can set up a date and a time, and then everybody can be there that wants to be there for that. So just we'll talk about it as it comes through. Just let me know, or I'll just set up just a random one, and then we'll see how it turns out. I already spoke about this. We're gonna have 2 other events before the Halloween event and the Christmas event. Black Beads, we're going to be having a meeting soon. I expect to. It's going to be between Saturday and Sunday of next week. So I got to get with you guys. I'm going to put out a message and see which date's going to be best, and then we can go from there. Before I ask about any GTA 6 information that anybody has that they want to bring to the table. One of the other important things that we needed to talk about and we needed to vote on was next week's meeting. Next week's meeting falls on July 6th. Now, that will be for a Sunday at 1 p.m. I've had a few members come to me and they asked if we can change the date. This has been going on for a few months now. So I wanted to have a discussion about this and then a vote. I want to know what date would be better. I'd say that it has to be sometime either, I'm looking at a Saturday or a Sunday. And I'm not sure what times would be good for everybody. I'm not sure if it's going to cause a conflict between anybody or something with their schedule, because I'm not trying to change the schedule and then all of a sudden 3, 4, 5 people can't show up just to accommodate for 2 or 3. So that's something that I wanted to discuss. If anybody has any discussion or anything had to say, any input on that, I was thinking maybe a Saturday, and I was thinking a Saturday later on at night. But again, I don't know what people do. I don't know what Saturdays look like for anyone, and who would be able to join and not join. I'm thinking nighttime would probably be on a Saturday would be better. We're doing it at 1 o'clock every Sunday, every first Sunday of the month. So does anybody have any feedback or anything that they can provide on that we can kind of decide on this?
Well, Saturdays I work from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. So
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
What's up, Cuts? No, did you hear what I said? I was talking about the whole. So for the big meeting, usually our meetings for the next one would fall on July 6th, which is a Sunday at 1 p.m. We've been doing our meetings now for about a year or more at 1 p.m. on the first Sunday of the month. So now I've had a few requests of members asking if we can replace that date, and instead of making it on a Sunday at 1, can we make it at a different time or a different day that will allow them to actually get on? I've had some requests for Saturday, but I don't know if Saturday is feasible for everybody, or should we do Sunday a little bit later, or should we do, I just want to get as much people, anybody that's on the party chat now, that we can talk, kind of accommodate and see, okay, where would it be better for anybody? I think if Sunday nights, I know there's certain people like Linton will probably be better for Linton. More like a Sunday night would be like, I don't know, like a 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock his time, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock his time kind of deal? Or would it be better to keep it where it's at, or maybe even at some time on Saturday? Okay. What's up, Dirty? Okay, so there's another one that's Saturday. Okay, I've gotten a lot of requests for Saturday. For some reason, it's like, so I want to make sure that I could accommodate and appease everybody as much as possible. I just don't want to lose a bunch of members that are used to coming on Sundays because we switch it to another day. That's the main thing. And again, I do live stream it, so anybody that misses it would be able to watch it later, which is the whole point of, kind of keeping it on live stream. I hate to live stream our meetings like that because we're supposed to be talking about private stuff, and this stuff goes pretty much public. But I don't care, because at the end of the day, it's showing everybody that we're taking care of our problems and we handle our shit, and we're not just some crew out there that's just, out of control and disorganized. So what we can do is, I'll tell you what, I'll say that our meeting is for July 6th. And I'll kind of go through everybody on the regular chat, on the AOKQN and the MC chat, and I'll ask everybody. I'm going to put in I wish I can put in a poll like you can on Discord. I can actually put polls and stuff on Discord to get votes to find out what dates and what times would be better. But what I'll do is I'll just put it on there and then see who responds, and then whatever we get on that respond will be the way that we go, and what we'll vote on. And if everybody votes and everybody's good with that, then we'll go ahead and set it at that date. But as of right now, we'll look at July 6th, which is a Sunday, and probably within a week or two, that date will probably change, and then everybody will know. If it doesn't change or whatever, and the only thing that changes is the time, that's fine. But I'll make sure I let everybody know. Saturdays, okay, so Saturdays around 1. All right, so usually I'll be okay, I'm good with that. I'll just have, because it's only once a month. I usually don't work on Saturdays or do anything on Saturdays except for any side jobs or any family stuff that we have going on. So again, everybody, it seems like a lot of people are way better with Saturday. So we can well, I'll put that on there and then see who decide, what everybody decides on there, and see if it makes it better for everybody. I know Saturday, even Smokey said Saturday would be better for him. So we have a lot of people that are, that were not able to join us because of that. So let's see. We'll talk about that, and then we'll see where we go from, there. I'll figure it out, and then we'll have a vote here soon on it, and then maybe the vote will just be through the chat, and we'll go from there. That way we're not taking up too much time. I'm not trying to make this an hour or 2 hour long session. Does anybody have anything to add? Any comments, concerns, questions? We checked all this off. Again, the only other main thing that I have, man, that's... What's up? Uh,
Well,
so
I know
there,
I
go
had a
ahead.
guy, one of Breezy's friends, that was trying to teach me how to do it, but I never really get a chance to actually fully get to learn how to do it.
So we've had,
All right, that sounds fine to me. Shit, Wednesdays is gonna be tough as shit for me. Saturday's my favorite day.
yeah, well, there's some people that are not in this party chat right now, probably because of that same issue. They've have came to me and they told me that they were feeling some type of way, like they were having to help out. And so I'm not accusing anybody of anything because I wasn't there. I was just told about that, and that's why I had to bring it up. The only thing that I've seen was, again, whenever I don't even remember what day it was, at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, I saw a message on the group chat asking who was up and you needed a sprint. And whenever I saw that, I was like, whoa, I'm going to have to address this at the next meeting because, there's no good morning. There's no what's up, everybody. There's no fuck you. There's no none of that. It's just, hey, I need a sprint. And it's kind of like, okay, so now I see where these people are coming from. And then on top of that, you kind of went against my leadership and you said something kind of fucked up to one of my leaders. And I was kind of like, I kind of thrown back a little bit because I was like, really? Like, why would that be like that? And so I was a little bit, kind of stressed out about that because I was trying to figure out how to approach it and how to deal with it. So of course I had to talk about it at the meeting, so then that way everybody felt like they were comfortable and they weren't obligated to do anything. So, all right, no, well, I'll talk to that person. I'll have them, reach out to you, or I'll talk to you private later. That way, we're not talking about it at the chat or in the stream. But yeah, for sure, we'll talk about it. I'll let you know, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I just had to bring that up because I just wanted everybody to feel comfortable and know that that's something that's not it's not obligated. And I'll put it to you like this: even Miss Kuita has told me sometimes like she doesn't even want to get online because all we were doing was gifting cars, and then I helped Lynn do some modding at one point because he was modding cars. He modded a car for me, and apparently there was some people that got mad at him because he didn't want to give it up. I mean, I'm not a big car guy. I just want weaponized shit and helicopters that have weapons on them and all that shit. The planes. So like all I wanted was one car, one out of one. Nobody else can have it. It's just a car that I have. That way it makes it kind of a specialty vehicle, and that's all I care about. I don't really care about gifting 10 cars, 15 cars. I don't like doing that because I'm not really a car guy like that. I'm more of the weaponized stuff. You have something with weapons on it, oh fuck, I'm down. But again, she kind of put it in perspective, like, hey, a lot of members are not getting on now because all we're doing is modding and glitching cars, or sorry, gifting cars. And there's only a few people. Yeah, you're right. There's only a few people that are modding cars. But we still have some people that are, and again, I don't have no problem with that, just as long as nobody feels obligated to help anybody out. It's something that if you're gonna ask for help, that's fine. And people can help you out if they want, but they shouldn't feel like, oh man, now I'm gonna make this person mad if I tell them no. And that's mainly my biggest concern and my issue. And as of right now, you already know, Dirty, like we're trying, you know how the crew has gone. And I used to be I've been a certain way just to kind of keep everybody from feeling like I'm being an asshole or a dick or anything like that. But a lot of people are not liking that because then they're seeing some stuff that they feel like it's slipping through the cracks. And it's not. I'm just sitting back and watching, and I'm like, okay, so here's a strike here, here's a strike here, here's a strike here. And I just kind of, maintain to give everybody the opportunity to do their thing. But at the end of the day, you know, it's just you guys got to understand in my perspective, it's a lot of crew members that are active right now, and that's not all of them. And all I'm trying to do is mentally prepare myself for some of this stuff that's going to happen once we get over to GTA 6. And a lot of the crew members that are on here are nobody understands really what's going to happen, and the only ones that are really going to have to put in a lot of time will be myself and some of the commissioners, because if not, the crew is just going to collapse, because slowly but surely things are just going to go the opposite way of what we have it at. If we have too many members and we start losing control of what we have going on. So at the end of the day, I want to appease everybody. Again, we'll talk about what you want to talk about in private. And we'll take it off of here. And if there anything else that you wanted to add or anything, Dirty? All right. Well, I appreciate that. Everybody that hears this, and everybody, I hope, you know, it makes them feel comfortable. I appreciate that, and you already know we're gonna keep it trucking. You know, everything is good. Everything we've been able to maintain something good, and even Lynn came to me the other day, and some of the people that were sitting here talking shit that our crew wasn't gonna be able to make it with a street gang and an MC put together and live in harmony, we proved them wrong. And Lynn just found that out. And the person that said that somehow is trying to come over here and join our crew now, and they want to be part of our MC. So whether it's an infiltration strategy that they're trying to pull or whatever, more than likely they're not going to be brought over at all. Because at the end of the day, when you have doubts like that and you want to sit there and talk shit or whatever, you're not going to be able to be part of something that you just spoke shit and knocked it down and wanted it to fail. We proved you wrong, and now you can sit on the sidelines and watch us do our thing. And you stay with your 5-10 members that collapsed already, because that crew is no longer available. Even though there's freaking 3 million crews registered on Rockstar, some of these crews are not there. Speaking of, one last thing before we close out. The TOS that we have, the terminate on site that we have on the SRMC, that's still active. And just letting you guys know, it was brought to my attention by Lynn that Numbnuts has started up his SRMC crew again. So if you guys see a crew that has SRMC, it's a MC crew. They know exactly what our crown looks like. I used to have a brotherhood with them. And after I broke it and I took their members that they were throwing away like trash, and they came over here with us. That one of them includes, that was Lynn, that was his vice president. He became a king killer, and he put king killer all over his tags. He started a crew called King Killer. So expect that if anybody comes in there, wonder if he got kicked or he left. Expect if anybody comes in there and it has SRMC, they're gonna try to come after y'all. If you have any issues, okay, he can't. Okay. If you guys have any issues with anybody from SRMC, you need to reach out and call for an SOS and let everybody know that you need help. And whoever can get online, go jump in there and help them out, because these people are going to try to grief anybody that's on there, especially when they're by themselves. If we're 3, 4, 5 of us, they're not going to mess with us, because they can't even beat 2 of us at one time. So just letting you guys know that we do have beef with SRMC. And they will be trying to.
I'm just gonna send screenshots, bro. Like I did last time.
Yeah, you already know. SRMC. So you know how we have King.
SRMC.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to go hunting. All right, let me get some names later on too. Yeah, I don't even want to wait for them to come to me. I'm gonna come to them.
Yeah. So Normal Apex was at one point, wasn't he on the MC? Okay, so he was trying to come into the MC. So he's his VP. And Dirty, just to give you a quick insight, SRMC was the crew that we had a brotherhood with. That's the crew that Lynn, Go, T, some of these other members. T came in later. But those are the members that came from over there, that they were just being disposed of like garbage. And as you can see, they were good crew members, and I can detect that, and that's the reason why I kept in touch with them, and they came over to the Crown and to the MC. So it was an idiot called Flintstone Outlaw is their leader, and he's the one that, yeah, well, that's the one that started all the garbage and was starting with the whole King Killer stuff. And I mean, he was stupid enough to actually tag up a crown, upside down crown on the side of his house like a dumb fuck, because all it takes is one king to show up there and his house just became a target. Okay, there you go.
Hey, Litton, hold on a minute, brother. See, on my Johnny H 843 account, bro, my other PS account, I'm friends with Flint on that one still. Cause I looked at my message the other day, and his message was in there, and his light was lit up green. So, and that was the Flint Outlaw. Huh? Oh, well, maybe he can't get on games or something. I know his light. I know that light was green, man. And that's another thing, man. If he messes around too much, I might can get on my other account and track him down to a lobby. Cause see, I'm friends with you and Cuba on my other account. So all I gotta do is jump in a session with him, and then invite y'all to the session, and there's the crew right there.
Oh, hell yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I mean, that's just a strategy that we can actually use. So that's go to their profile and go to the three dots and go down where it says block, click on it and unblock them. Or either go through your settings on your main PlayStation home screen. But yeah, Litton, I just, I mean, I don't care. I mean, I ain't got no problems right now. I mean, he already knows he can't leave me. I done bodied the whole fucking crew, his whole crew, a couple of times by myself. So, I mean, I really can't, I'm really not gonna hunt for a squirrel when I see a deer around the corner. You get what I'm saying? If that makes sense to you. But if that squirrel comes looking for a nut now, that's a different story. That's just the way I'm looking at it.
So what we'll do is we'll leave that strategy, Lynn. Having go, since he has him as a friend, we'll leave that strategy for in case he comes to fuck with one of the crew members. And if we find out that anybody got fucked around with by SRMC, then we'll fucking hunt that bitch and come after his ass.
Yeah, but see, that's what I wouldn't say. But if his account is banned, then there's no way that I can even. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to be on a game or anything, especially on GTA.
Gotcha.
So I won't know how. I don't know if I can see his members or his crew or not. I'll have to check on that later.
Oh, I can look on the Rockstar Social Club.
I'm wondering if I'm still friends with any of his crew.
Fuck. Yes, I did. I got kicked. Coming back, yo. Yeah, but that's the one that we're talking about. That could be a banned account.
That's gonna be Flint underscore outlaw. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
And I'm friends with Kincaid, so I mean,
Okay.
Ain't that Smokey?
That's Smokey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Smokey. So I'm gonna have to tell Smokey to. Well, yeah, no, because if it's that same account, I mean, Smokey, I don't have to worry about Smokey. Smokey's legit. I'm not even worried about him. He doesn't even know he has that in there, and I'm sure he had it in there because whenever I was riding with the SRMC and we were hanging out or whatever, Smokey would go in there with me and he added them.
Wait, so are we not friends with Kincaid or we are?
Kincaid is off the crew. He's joined me in some lobbies or whatever, and has helped out and has played with me, but nothing to where like, oh yeah, everybody, we're gonna go fucking. He's already been kicked off the crew, so he's not part of the crew right now, and so that's pretty much what
So
we.
should I unfriend him then?
You could unfriend him if you want to open up your friends list. It's up to you. I mean, you don't have, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Anytime that we have any like serious beef with anybody, then yeah, I'll tell you straight up, hey, if I were you, I would unfriend them because these people are gonna try to come in and fuck with us. Kate ain't gonna be stupid like that. He knows that he ain't gonna be able to take two or three of us.
I'm only saying that because when Grim had left the crew, we
Yeah, you know it's
unfriended him. But I know he had a serious situation. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, yeah, no, it's up to you.
this
Well, like I
I
said,
guess
he's not on the crew, so yeah, like I said, that's all you. You guys can go at it, and again, he's gonna learn not to come into the lobby with us then, and that's it.
I mean, as it stands, though, I mean, to be honest with you, if he kills her,
Oh yeah,
then
if he kills
then
her,
I'm
he's fucked.
obligated to go kill him. I
Yeah,
mean, it's just,
if he kills her, he's
I
fucked. He's gonna leave
mean,
the lobby. He won't
the
join the
crew is
lobby no
the
more.
crew, man, and I can't let somebody just, I ain't say that he can body or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't really care about that, but I
Yeah.
don't want him to get a kill on it to be that. Okay.
No, for sure. No, he ain't gonna get away with that either. Because again, most of the time when T Baby is in here, she's in there with everybody else, so she's got back. Nobody's just gonna let her, die like that. But like I said, if she wants to go shoot him, she can do whatever and that's when I said that then he's gonna never come into our lobby again because now he's gonna know that he's a threat and everybody's gonna come after his ass. So for
who's
sure.
driving?
Huh?
Who's driving?
You can hear the turn signal.
I mean, at least he's used that. People in Florida don't use their turn signals.
Yeah, they're not from Florida.
I know. That's how I know he wasn't from Florida.
I know what it is, bro. You know why they don't use turn signals here in Florida? Because the cars don't come with that option.
I'm dead. You ain't lying though. There's nobody. When I mean nobody, literally nobody uses their fucking blinkers out here.
Nah, bro. Did you see the auto parts store? They're always stocked up with blinker lights because they never sell them.
Fuck, it's hilarious.
All right. Does anybody else have anything to add or say or anything? And we'll adjourn the meeting and I'll go ahead and stop the live stream.
Nah, we good. Well, I'm good.
Everybody else good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I'll be there in a second, please.
I'm heading over here to
I'm just looking for that prison outfit that
headed back to the airport.
Think Taino had. Your tie